She is the goddess of rebellion. From Hidden Secrets of the Eastern Star by Dr. Kathy Burns, page 48 through 49. Masonic author George Oliver claims that the blazing star is an emblem of that prudence which ought to appear conspicuous in the conduct of every Mason. But it is more especially commemorative of that star which appeared in the east to guide the wise men to Bethlehem to proclaim the birth and the presence of the Son of God. He adds that the great architect of the universe is therefore symbolized in Freemasonry by the blazing star as the herald of our salvation.
But who is this goddess of the pentagram? Could this pentagram really be a symbol for her? So now we know that the five-pointed star, the blazing star, and the goddess, Isis, are symbols of Sirius. So here you see we have the five-pointed star in Benedict Hall, and the five-pointed star is connected to Venus, because Venus actually makes a five-pointed star every 8 years when viewed from Earth. It makes a perfect five-pointed star. But Venus is also, well, sometimes it's known as the morning star, and sometimes as the evening star. But Venus is also symbolized by the shell. So this will explain to you why Texaco and shell. So here at the Statue of Columbia, just in case you thought the pentagram was too normal, there's the shell of Venus, just to her other side.
Let the brother receive the light.
The Masons call it receiving the light. We're going to talk a little more about this movie in the next one. This is from hell. So the candidate stands in the embrace of the 5 points of fellowship as the worshipful master directs his gaze to a five-pointed star standing between the two towers of Jachin and Boaz, and behind him a skull and bones. He is told to look to the two columns in the five-pointed star and know that these are a symbol of Venus, the star of the morning. She is known as the eye goddess. Interestingly, Ayin in Hebrew, and this all goes back to Hebrew, is the devil card. In the Bible, the star of the morning is Lucifer. Sometimes it's put as son of the morning, star of the morning. And you see here the definition of son of the morning, star of the morning clearly signifies a bright star, and is most likely what we call the morning star, Venus. So Lucifer is Venus. So perhaps our brothers at Bohemian Grove, our national leaders that do ritual sacrifice, and perhaps real sacrifice out at Bohemian Grove, aren't worshiping. Are you rolling? Don't stop unless I tell you to stop. Molech. Molech is a bull god. Columbia, Isis, is the owl. Lucifer. But they're not talking. But there will be sacrifices.
Francois Ribadeau Dumas mentioned that the god of prudence in Egypt is the serpent. In the Short Talk Bulletin we find, in some Masonic rituals of the 18th century, the blazing star was regarded as a symbol of prudence. Some writers have seen in this interpretation a persistence of ideas from the dawn of recorded history to the present. The ancient Egyptians worshipped as one of their gods the dog star, Sirius. The star was given credit for such salvation and thus became a symbol of prudence. From crystallinks.com on Sirius. Sirius is the brightest star in the night sky. Known in ancient Egypt as Sabdet or Sothis, is recorded in the earliest astronomical records. The hieroglyph for Sothis features a star in a triangle. Sothis was identified with the embodiment of Isis, wife and consort of Osiris, who appeared in the sky as Orion. From Masonic and Occult Symbols Illustrated by Dr. Kathy Burns on page 188, it is interesting to note that Venus also became the goddess of the dog star Sirius. From The Secret Teachings of All Ages, Reader's Edition by Manly P. Hall on page 204. The disciples of Pythagoras also highly revered the planet Venus because it was the only planet bright enough to cast a shadow. As the morning star, Venus is visible before sunrise, and as the evening star, it shines forth immediately after sunset. Because of these qualities, a number of names have been given to it by the ancients. Being visible in the sky at sunset, it was called Vesper, and it arose before the sun. It was called the false light, the star of the morning, or son of the morning, or Lucifer, which means the light bearer. Because of this relation to the sun, the planet was also referred to as Venus, Astarte, Aphrodite, Isis, and the mother of the gods. From The Hidden Secrets of the Eastern Star again, on page 236 through 237. Hecate was the name by which Diana was known in the infernal regions. In heaven her name was Luna. It is no wonder that Hecate was called the Queen of the Witches, since she taught sorcery and witchcraft. But why would this be one of the goddesses chosen for the Eastern Star under the name of Luna? Could it be that the person who selected these names was well versed in mythology and witchcraft? Diana's symbol, by the way, is a crescent, a star, which is a fertility emblem and a symbol of witchcraft. It's ironic that they would want to destroy Islam as one of the, quote, Abrahamic religions when Islam is actually just the worship of the moon goddess Diana. Her stone is still even being worshipped by the practitioners of Islam. Acts chapter 19 verse 35 tells us exactly who this stone belongs to. And when the town clerk had appeased the people, he said, Ye men of Ephesus, what man is there that knoweth not how that the city of the Ephesians is a worshipper of the great goddess Diana, and of the image which fell down from Jupiter? Now that word image is in reference to the stone or the meteorite, so-called, which fell down from heaven. And this is the same type of stone that is always worshipped in association with the goddess in many places, especially in Asia or Asia Minor, which is also called Turkey. And I have covered this subject more in depth in my video called The Leviathan, Babylon and the Seed of Satan. So the Prince Lucifer character is the one who everyone is going to look at and say, "Oh, that's the devil. That's this is them. This is how they worship Satan in open." But back to Star again. Star is the actual protagonist of the show. She is the one who people are going to root for and to fall in love with, and and she is well, in her name, Star is the I should look this up. I'll just show you. Show rather than tell, right? Don't tell, show. Okay, so I'm going to show you. All right, so here we are at Blue Letter Bible. We're looking up Ashtoreth, which is one of the goddess's names. And you'll see that Ashtoreth means star. And she was also known as Ishtar and Astarte. And if you will look, continue reading about Ashtoreth, she was both a moon goddess and she was associated with the planet Venus. And we know that Venus is also called Heliel and Lucifer. And here we see that Venus is the goddess of love. She was the mother of fertility cults, or the mother of harlots. And as Ishtar, she was also called the mother of the gods. And false gods in the Bible are called abominations. So she is the mother of abominations. So star is actually this is where we get our word asteroid, not asteroid, but asteroid. And let's look up the word star. And since I've got you here, I'm going to look in the New Testament. All right, let's look at Revelation 9:1, where a star falls from heaven. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key to the bottomless pit. So the star, Aster, this is where we get the Greeks get their word Aster from, a star. And Aster comes from, why is it not letting me, oh, there it is. Aster obviously comes from Ashtoreth, or Astarte, Ishtar. So star in this show, where was it? Like I was saying, this character is Lucifer, not the male character that I showed you called Lucifer. That was a misdirect. That's what you call a red herring. That's something that gets you to look one way when the real evil is somewhere else. So this is the one who is the good guy, the protagonist. And this is the one who is actually Lucifer.